Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Did Bachelorette Jenn Tran know her proposal would be shown? Fans and fellow Bachelorette alum were appalled when Jenn Tran was forced to sit through her proposal on after the final rose. When Jess Palmer asked Jenn if she was ready to watch the proposal, her response had fans feeling it was forced. Did she actually know this was going to happen before the live show began airing? Keep reading to find out more. Did Jenn Tran know about the proposal being shown? Since wrapping her journey as the Bachelorette, Jenn Tran has been doing tons of interviews. During one of her interviews with Glamour, she spoke on the show, having her and Devin Strader watch her historic proposal. When Jenn was asked by Jess Palmer if she was ready to watch the proposal sitting next to Devin, she replied asking if she had a choice. She had already been sobbing and fans thought it was cruel to have them show this again. Why was this important to her? Jenn Tran also shared why it was important to her to make Devin Strader watch the proposal again. She said she wasn't sure if he even bothered to watch any of the season playback. However, she wanted him to hear the words he said to her and then try to understand why she was so hurt by how it all played out. Jenn revealed apologies from him were non-existent. Jenn got the closure she needed. She's moving on and getting ready to compete on Dancing with the Stars. She already revealed it's a good distraction from her heartbreak. As the golden sun began to set on a tropical paradise, Jenn Tran stood barefoot on a stretch of pristine beach. She could feel the soft sand beneath her toes, each grain a reminder of how far she'd come, both emotionally and physically. Waves gently kissed the shore, the scent of salt water filling the air, mingling with the sweet smell of frangipani flowers. But Jenn was far from relaxed. Her heart raced with the anticipation of what was to come, even though her smile radiated confidence. After all, she was about to make a life-altering decision, one that would forever be immortalized in the eyes of millions. Jenn Tran, star of The Bachelorette, had conquered more than her fair share of challenges in the season that had become a phenomenon. From whirlwind dates to tearful goodbyes, she had been through it all. Every interaction, every connection, had been dissected and critiqued by viewers across the globe. And yet, this moment was different. It was hers, entirely hers. Until she realized that nothing on The Bachelorette was ever truly private. As the crew positioned themselves in the distance, lenses trained on her, Jenn couldn't help but wonder if she had known all along. Did she know her proposal would be shown? Did she truly understand the weight of what was about to happen? The decision of a lifetime. Jenn Tran had entered the world of reality TV with a clear goal. Find love, genuine love, the kind that made the hardships worth it. Her journey on The Bachelorette had been a blend of excitement and doubt, highs and lows. There had been unforgettable moments when she felt invincible, her heart leaping at the mere sight of her suitors. But there had also been sleepless nights when the reality of the show felt like an insurmountable mountain. As the weeks passed, Jenn's feelings began to crystallize. It wasn't just a game, nor was it about the drama that drew viewers in week after week. Somewhere amidst the grandeur of the show, Jenn found herself deeply connecting with someone she could imagine spending the rest of her life with. But what she hadn't anticipated was how those private moments would be transformed into public spectacles. In a candid interview, she had once admitted, "I knew what I was signing up for. The cameras, the lights, the attention, they're part of the deal. But when it comes to matters of the heart, you never really think about how it feels until you're living it." That was Jenn's reality now, balancing the romantic fairy tale of her dreams with the reality that every moment of it was fodder for the world to devour. She had witnessed previous bachelorettes go through similar journeys, but it wasn't until she stood on that beach, staring at the glimmering horizon, that she fully grasped the enormity of it all. The proposal that stole the spotlight. The sun dipped lower, casting a golden hue over everything as Jenn's final suitor approached. She could hear the soft, rhythmic beat of her heart in her ears, each step bringing them closer to the inevitable. Was she ready? Could she commit to forever, knowing that this sacred moment was not just between her and the person kneeling before her, but between her, him, and the millions of viewers eagerly watching from their couches. Jenn's hands shook ever so slightly, and though she exuded poise, her mind was racing. She remembered the many nights spent talking to producers, crafting the perfect narrative for her journey. Had they subtly nudged her toward this outcome? Were they counting on this grand finale to tie everything together? As her suitor dropped to one knee, his voice thick with emotion, the words she had been waiting to hear tumbled from his lips. "Jenn, will you marry me?" The proposal was beautiful, heartfelt, the kind of moment that makes reality TV gold. Yet in that split second before she responded, Jenn had a flash of clarity. This wasn't just her story anymore. This was the audience's story too. They had been there every step of the way, invested in her journey, her heartbreaks, her triumphs. How could this moment be purely hers? The roar of waves echoed in the background, but Jenn's mind was elsewhere. The decision to say yes was not just a choice about love, it was a choice about vulnerability. By agreeing to marry him, she was also agreeing to let this intimate milestone become a public spectacle. It wasn't that she hadn't considered it before, but now, in the heat of the moment, the weight of that decision felt crushing. Did Jenn know? The question loomed large. Did Jenn Tran know her proposal would be shown? The answer, in many ways, is layered. On one hand, Jenn was fully aware of the nature of the Bachelorette. She had signed contracts, attended meetings, and worked closely with the show's producers to craft a compelling narrative. She knew that the culmination of her love story would be aired to millions of fans who had followed her every move. But on the other hand, there's a difference between intellectual understanding and emotional preparedness. Jenn had been told repeatedly that the proposal would be filmed, that it would serve as the ultimate conclusion to her season's arc. She had seen it happen before, in countless other seasons, and yet, standing there on that beach, the reality of sharing such a deeply personal moment hit her like a wave. She had asked herself in the quiet moments leading up to the proposal if she was truly ready, not just for marriage, but for the exposure, the scrutiny, the comments from strangers who would pick apart every aspect of the moment. She had to remind herself that the essence of what she was doing, committing her life to another person, was real, even if the setting felt staged. As she looked into her suitor's eyes and whispered, "Yes," Jenn made peace with the knowledge that this moment, like so many others in her life, would belong to more than just her. In the end, Jenn Tran's proposal was broadcast for the world to see as expected. But whether or not she truly knew the emotional impact of that decision, that's a question only Jenn can answer, as the cameras stopped rolling and the world kept watching.